worse.
I was ashamed.
I've got to say I admire Pierce tremendously for what he's pulled off today. Because it's wonderful to be here on such a beautiful morning and to see all these old faces, you know. And in my case, I'm very proud because there are 3 generations of feet here today. And my young granddaughter, who went for her first sail on the bay this morning, in the dark at 7 o'clock.
Thank you, Cormac.
And thank you very much, Cormac. And she has decided that she could well become a very good mermaid, you know. But before I get around to the reason that Pierce asked me to speak, I just want to say, Michael, how are you? I blew into this club 46 years ago, 1973. Is that 46? Yeah. And I didn't know where it was, and I made a few inquiries, and I was given the phone number, and I spoke to Ferdier O'Riordan, who was down there somewhere, and Ferdier was the club secretary, and I said to Ferdier, I'd like to join the sailing club, and Ferdier said, you'd be very welcome. So he said, Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, it's out in Renville. So I said, can you give me directions to that? And he did, and what have you. So on the Sunday, I drove out, and I drove down here, and there were no boats. There was nothing. It was just a pier. And I looked around. I didn't realise that Lord Hempel had a boat inside in the pool over the other side there, where he kept her for the winter. But there was nothing here. And I decided I got the wrong place. So I decided I might try another bay further around. And I was just coming up the way, and I met Ferdier coming down towing a GP14. And then I realised, and he stopped the car and he said, are you Tom Foote? I said, yes. Are you Ferdier? He said, yeah. So I said, where's the club? And he said, this is it. So that was fine. I bought an Enterprise up in Dublin, and we had a mixed bag of dinghies floating around out there. There were mirrors, Enterprises, GPs, there was a mermaid, I think. And in the middle of all this appeared later on a few boats that were on the little trot of moorings up the side. And some years later I decided to buy another boat, and this brings me to Mark Scully. And I heard that Mark had a boat for sale, a cruiser. So I said to Mark, I didn't know Mark, and I met him down on the pier, and I said, which boat is it, Mark? Well, he said, which one would you like? He said, there's 4 of them. So I said, well, the one in the middle there, is she for sale? Oh, they're all for sale. So I said, how much do you want? £800. So I said, well, I could just about manage that. So he said, there's a punt up there. He said, if you want to go out, he said, have a look at it. You know? So I went out and I had a look, and it was Pacifica. She was built in 1899 or something up in Newport. So anyway, I checked her out, and there was a lot of water in the bilge and what have you. So I realized she was taking in rainwater and she was leaking. So a few days later I met Mark and I said, Mark, I've had a look at the boat, and I said, she was full of water, and you know, I don't think I could manage 800. So Mark said, well, what could we go to? I said, 600. Sold it. So I thought, oh. So anyway, I went back out to have another look, and I realised that the mast was held up, the rigging, the wire, was off ESP poles. So back in I came, and I met Mark, and I said, Mark, I had a look at the boat, and the rigging was a bit suspect, you know. I said, I don't think I can go 600. What did you do? Said Mark. I said, 400. Sold. So away I went, and I went out a few days later and had a look, and I realised that the decks were covered in this roofing felt, you know. And so I went, and I found a little bit of rot, and I went back, and I met Mark, and I said, Mark, I said, you know, I said, there's a lot wrong. I said, 400, very steep. And he looked at me, and I said, the best I could do is 200. So Mark looked at me, and he looked me straight in the eye, and he said, right, he said, I'll take the 200. And he said, just to make sure of you this time, he said, I'll throw in an outboard engine. Anyway, in those early days, I met Pierce.
What's the name of that boat, Tom? Was it Pacific?
Pacific.
Came from North
I met Pierce, and Pierce said to me, I realised that with Pierce, one of his favourite little things he would come up to you was, have you got a minute? And I learned early on that meant that you were about to be given a job and had a plan of death. And it was one that Pierce was not prepared to take on himself. And just to give you an example, he was coming along one day, Pierce has a mermaid, and he had it cocked up, and he was doing something inside. It was a shore. And he said, just a minute, Tom, he said, you've got a minute? I said, yeah. He said, just hold the boat there. And he went away. And I'm holding up this mermaid, and he's gone off talking to people. So I learned very early on, if you saw Pierce coming, you quickly went. Into this sort of a mess of a club came an American by the name of Stuart Wood. And Stuart was over here. He was living in the stables in the Culford Castle, and he was writing books. Or so it said. And what he did, yeah. But he never seemed to do much writing, and he bought a mirror, didn't he? And the mirror, and he had a lovely golden Labrador called Fred, and they would be down here all the time. But yeah, with Dermot, and Dermot crewed for him, and I think Des too. Yeah. But anyway, Stuart had this dinghy, beautifully equipped with tacking compasses and everything like that. He had all the gear in it. And one day, Stuart decided, down in opposite the Brothers of Charity in Renmore was the Hickey Boats Company. And Hickey Boats had a shed there, and they were building big trawlers in it. You know? It's where DP plumbing is now. So Stuart contracted Hickey Boats to paint his mirror dinghy. And And he towed the boat in from, I said to Stuart, I said, it's expensive to do that. Stuart, they're a big boat company, you know. He said, listen, he said, I can make more money while they're painting the boat rather than me painting. So he said, this is the way you do this. Now, he was the one that advised us about all this club and what boat shows and what have you. And anyway, Stuart towed the boat in from Lacuta, but he left the mast up. And when he wheeled into Hickey Boats, he hooked the electricity line in the boatyard, and he pulled it down, and Hickey Boats was out of business for 3 days. So, I've kept in touch with Stuart sporadically over the years ever since, and as has Lorna. And Laura went on, Stuart went on to become a very successful writer in the United States, and he wrote many, many novels, and obviously became a wealthy man, I presume, out of it. And he has his own twin-engine jet, you know, and a ranch in New Mexico, and houses here and there. But anyway, a week or two ago, I got a phone call from him. I had told him that the 50th thing was coming up for the club, and that Peter Fernie was doing a book and so forth. And Stuart, to my surprise, took a great interest in this. And he phoned me and he said, I want to make a donation to the production of this book and the celebrations of next year. And I was very pleased, I was delighted to hear from him. And he sent us a generous cheque, and I have that here to give to Pierce.
Sorry, guys.
So,
I can't see. Yeah. Good job.
so I would just like to say I'm very grateful to Stuart that he's done this, and I'm sure you all are as well, especially those of you that know him. And if you have anything left in your glasses, let's just raise a toast to Stuart and thank him and wish him long life. Yeah, my wife keeps interrupting me and giving me information. Pretty normal. Yeah, Stuart, before he left us to go back to the States, he came into some money and he bought a half-tonner down in Cork. Brand new Golden Heart, and he entered the solo transatlantic race the following year. And he did it, you know. And he wrote a book called Green Water, Blue Water, Green Skipper. Yeah. And made various comments about some of the members, including poor old Dave Fitzgerald, who was gone past us. But thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
Before our caterer goes, I'd like to thank Paul Madden and his team, and Kira at the bar, and Aaron for helping Eva today, and Doreen for helping as well. So I'd like to put a hand together. There'll be a prize next year for the number of boats that Ronnie McCabe has owned in his life. So he's in here. I hope, Ronnie, time you started listening, please, before you forget about them. Before you leave, there's 16 Commodores here. Would it be possible maybe afterwards, would you just come and have a photograph in front of the bar for the book for next year? Sure. And can I call on Peter Fernie to say a few very short words before you go about this, what he's
Don't mention the war. Don't mention the war.
It's clear.
No, it's not.
It's clear that we have a massive amount of anecdote in this club. And unless we write it down, it's going to be forgotten within a generation. And one of the reasons for me wanting to write a book about 50 years of Galway Bay Sailing Club is to remember these memories. Now, verbal history is great, and we've enjoyed it from Donal, and from Tom, and from Pierce. But unless somebody writes it down, it's going to be forgotten. And that is a great loss for the club and for us as people. Now, this book, Pierce thinks it's going to be something like War and Peace, and a nomination for the Booker Prize. It's not going to be either. It's going to be about 180 pages to 200 pages, with 1 or 2 pages for every year. Now, it could be a very turgid book, because I could say year 1, Commodore, Vice Commodore, Committee, etc. And we do the book very simply. But for every page, there will be triumphs, there will be losses, there will be stories, there will be disasters. And this club has had its share of disasters, as we all know. And it's had its share of triumphs. And let's celebrate all of those things in this book. Now, I'm going to edit it. I'm not going to write it. But I need your contributions. And everybody here, if you've got a memory that you write it down on longhand, whatever, and send it to me or send it to somebody in the club. And I will try and put them all together to make a book that's going to be around in June, July, and is going to be available for everybody. Any contributions that don't get included in the book, and we should have more contributions than we've got space for in the book. Any contributions that don't go into the book will end up on an archive. And I think a Galway Bay Sailing Club archive is the best way to remember the first 50 years of this club. Thank you.